Alright guys, I got a little bit of a different video today. I'm going to be making a list of cool cars from the 90s and 2000s that most people probably don't know about or forgot existed. It's going to be a two-part list. Today will be the first 5 cars. They're not in any particular order. They're just cars that are cool. I'll see you guys on the other side.
The first car on today's list is the Chrysler Crossfire SRT6, which boasted a 330 horsepower supercharged V6. It had a Mercedes-derived engine that was shared with the SLK 32 AMG. This car was pretty much an SLK Roadster badged as a Chrysler product. The Crossfire had a starting price of $46,000 and could sprint to 60 miles per hour in just over 5 seconds. The Crossfire as a whole was not successful as Chrysler only sold around 60,000 vehicles and only around 4,000 SRT6 models, making the Crossfire the least sold car to don an SRT badge. The car was ahead of its time, and it is really rare to see one on the streets today.
The next car on today's list of cool and forgotten about cars from the 90s and 2000s is the Maserati TC, which was a collaboration between Chrysler and Maserati. The car was just a Chrysler LeBaron with a much more luxurious interior. The Maserati version of this car was almost double the cost of the Chrysler version. This partnership, although cool, was a big flop because it was pretty much taking the worst thing from each manufacturer and putting them together. That, coupled with the high price tag, made sure that the sales dwindled enough to stop production. The car only lasted 3 production years, selling around 7,000 units in total. It was not well received by the public because its starting price was $37,000, which when adjusting for inflation would make the car $80,000 in 2023. The car is cool, but not $80,000 cool. The next car on this list is the Mercury Marauder, a car that rides on the tried-and-true Panther platform that was created by Ford. The engine in Mercury's Panther car was a high-performance variant of the modular 4.6-liter engine. The tuned engine gave the car a large performance advantage, affording the Marauder a boost of 60 horsepower over any other cars sharing the Panther platform. The engine had over 300 horsepower, which helped the Marauder dash to 60 miles per hour in just 7 seconds and complete the quarter mile in around 15 seconds. A pretty impressive number for a 4,200-pound vehicle. The Mercury Marauder only was sold for 2 model years, selling around 11,000 vehicles. Many consider it the coolest modern Mercury. The starting price of the Mercury Marauder was $35,000, which is equivalent to around $58,000 today, in 2023. The next car on this list is easily my favorite forgotten about and cool car from the 1990s and 2000s. The Cadillac XL RV. This car was called by some the Corvette wearing a tuxedo. The car was well designed and shared its frame and some composite body parts with the Corvette. The XL RV was powered by a supercharged Northstar V8 engine making 450 horsepower. The supercharger had a 4-core intercooler and a 6-speed automatic transmission. These helped propel the car from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just over 4 seconds. The car was capable of making a quarter-mile pass down the dragstrip in 13 seconds. The XLR sold for 9 model years, selling around 1,700 cars per year. The V model cost $105,000 at launch, which is close to $150,000 today considering inflation. The last car on today's list is the Plymouth Laser. The Plymouth Laser was a sports car produced by Plymouth under a joint venture with Mitsubishi and Eagle. The Laser and its siblings were the first vehicles produced through this joint venture called Diamond Star Motors Corporation. These cars were powered by the greatest engine ever built by Mitsubishi, the 4G63T, a 4-cylinder turbo-charged engine making right around 200 horsepower. The car was exceptionally quick for its time, traveling from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 6.5 seconds. The Laser was the worst selling out of all the DSM siblings and was discontinued after 5 model years, selling a total of 115,000 vehicles. The Laser was priced at $15,500 or $34,000 in today's money.
A comparison between the Plymouth Laser and Tina Turner. Both are exciting. Both have great lines. And both really know how to move. Unfortunately, the Plymouth Laser is the only one you could take home with you.
Well, guys, that's part 1 of the list. Part 2 will be up in a few days. If you had any of these cars, want any of these cars, think any of these cars are stupid or really cool, say it down there in the comments. I'd like to interact and see what you guys think about the cars, the video, and if you're excited about the next one. Have a good day.